So basically, ever since Disney Plus watched, basically Pixar's become Disney Plus's literally. So he talked about Marvel, okay, and how Disney Plus ruined the MCU. But now we're talking about the other things that Disney Plus has ruined. Second is Pixar. So we're gonna be talking about so there are three shows that they released on Disney Plus. So again, it's fine. They want to make more television shows, but Dog Days again. That's a spinoff. Monsters at Work and Cows on the Road. A lot of people didn't really care for Monsters at Work. This was supposed to be the sequel to Monsters Inc. Yep, this is supposed to be the sequel. So we get Monsters Inc. 2. Okay, whatever everybody would have loved the Monsters Inc. 2. No, we get Monsters at Work, a very unnecessary and very bad and very bland and unneeded TV show. And we got Cows on the Road, which they literally canceled Cows 4 for this. This is supposed to be Cows 4. Yeah, they canceled Cows 4 for this show. Okay, they canceled Cows 4 so they can have this show out on Disney Plus. It is very dumb that we have these shows. But again, Disney wants more content on Disney Plus. But has anyone even watched either of these shows? Okay, when you look at the best way things on Disney Plus, these shows don't show up because not many people really watch these shows. The Marvel shows didn't really do too well either. But these shows did even worse than many of the Marvel shows. Okay, people talk about, oh my God, Miss Marvel did so poorly. Whatever Cars on the Road and Monsters at Work. Okay, who watched those shows? Okay, who watched either of them? Okay. And yeah, they canceled Cows 4 for Cows on the Road. And I bet they'll probably get Monsters Inc. 2. But Disney said, okay, no. Make Monsters at Work. Trust me. You will love. Okay. Monsters at Work. But again, Cows, I can see why, because he had a Cows cartoon back in the day in 2008. And I went to 2014, 2014, that's how long they made the Cows show. But yeah, they did make a Cows show. I think it was probably inevitable they made a new Cows show. But again, Monsters at Work, they weren't even like people were. The only things I saw about the show were reviews, and someone said that the show was unnecessary and unneeded. But we're going to talk about the main Pixar movies. The complete desecration of Pixar movies and them throwing them on Disney Plus. 3 Pixar movies had the same exact fate. Okay, Turning Red, which is a movie that was really bad, Soul, and Luca. Okay, these 3 movies, not Elemental's coming out in 2023, have had the same exact fate. Okay, it's funny though, at least Chato in the theaters. That's the funny thing. They had full confidence in Chato, but not Luca, Turning Red. And so, that can make it excuse because movies didn't really come back until Godzilla vs. Kong came out in theaters. And that basically kind of started the revival for companies to release movies in the theaters. But yeah, Luca, they could have easily released that into the theaters to boost people to come into the theaters, to boost families to come into the theaters. But they refused to release Luca into the theaters. That movie released around like July. No, we know not July, June 15th. They could have easily released Turning Red into theaters. I don't know why they skipped Turning Red into theaters. Again, maybe they were so embarrassed of Turning Red that they didn't want to release it in theaters. But again, I'm not too surprised because Turning Red is an embarrassing movie. I'll be embarrassed that they release a movie about a girl who turns to a furry. I think that more old people who love Turning Red were the quote unquote movie critics and the furries. Of course, the furries love Turning Red because especially the ones that loved Wallies. Because they realize, oh, it's a Wally that could turn into a giant panda. 10 out of 10 movie. Okay. But, that nobody liked Turning Red. Okay, that movie was a failure. Luca, I think Luca has at least some sort of fan base behind it because it was still one of the most watched movies of last year, 2022. But again, they could have easily released both of these movies on theaters. As far as they had the time to release these on Blu-ray for some reason, but not the time to release both of these movies in the theaters. They finally released Lightyear in the theaters, and people didn't like Lightyear because it was garbage. I wonder if Elemental found the same thing as Lightyear because again, Disney is obsessed with politics nowadays, and it's ruining the movies. Honestly, it's ruining the movies. Like who needs, all this stuff in Lightyear? Okay, it's it feels forced. Okay, same thing with Strange World. Okay, as well. It feels like Disney's trying to force it on people, and then no one's watching it. Okay, no one's watching the movies. Okay, if Strange World bombed that barrier, I wonder how poorly stuff like the Proud Family, Round and Proud are doing. Okay, maybe when people talk about the show made the show a bit more popular, but it's basically just Velma but on Disney Plus, and you know Pixar kind of got screwed over by Disney Plus. That is the whole thing about this video. It won't be as long as the Marvel shows because there's way more Marvel shows, which means there's way more things to talk about. But it seems that if you look at the numbers for these movies, Turning Red didn't do too well. For a movie that costed $185 million to make, Turning Red didn't do too well on Disney Plus. Luca didn't do too well. Luca even costed a lot of money to make. And Soul costed a lot of money to make. And I don't know how well Soul did on Disney Plus as well. These are full-length feature movies that should have been released in the theaters. Soul should have been delayed and released in the theaters. Okay, we got a few echo release when the theaters came back in March. But the funny thing is they released Raya in the theaters and they released, Encanto in the theaters. But, this is just so dumb. The Disney basically treated Pixar like this throughout the past couple of years. Canceling what Cars 4 and Impossible Monsters Inc. 2 for two Disney Plus shows that nobody watched, and basically just following the movies, giving the middle finger to Pixar, and basically, as well. That's why, because even if Tony Red was, even though if, like, the only reason why Tony Red is not, as revered as other Pixar movies, besides the fact that it's a complete garbage movie, full of furry bait, full of, 30-year-old girls talking. And when I forget the entire plot about a girl wanting to see a boy band, of course you have to pad this stuff, but the entire plot told you basically why you see is about a boy band. Like, really, it's so stupid. This is supposed to be Pixar. It's supposed to be the most innovative company in the world. They came up with some of the most innovative IPs, but then they'll come up with the stupidest idea for a movie, since The Incredibles, okay? Which is basically a ripoff of Fantastic Four, okay? As well. The costumes, they look dumb, the characters, oh my god, Mr. Incredible has super strength, okay? Oh my god, you have a girl that can stretch her hands, okay? We haven't seen that again in, Fantastic Four. You have a person that can go really fast, and the baby can really light himself on fire, okay? And another girl, one girl can create a seal to turn invisible. Actually, that's actually quite unique powers. We haven't really seen that type of powers in other media. But, the other powers, we see those already. Okay? For example, The Incredibles, no much better original superheroes than, The Incredibles, okay? Very overrated movie. But, yeah. But again, Disney basically neglected Pixar and just threw these movies on Disney Plus. Like, they just gave them the city treatment. Well, again, they want more people to subscribe to Disney Plus, so they want to have more high-quality animated movies. But why couldn't they just do it until after the movies released in theaters? They did it with Lightyear. It was okay with that movie. I think it'll be okay with Elemental that movies in theaters for a couple months. But again, they basically screwed over Pixar in the theaters as well. And of course, they basically just canceled Cars 4 and Impossible Monsters Inc. sequel for two Disney Plus shows that were probably subpar at best. Okay? That ruined the entire continuity. Monsters at Work basically destroyed the entire continuity. Basically ruined the continuity of course, Monsters Inc. for many people. Ruined that movie. Knowing that Monsters Inc. basically was, kind of ruined with Monsters at Work. And Cars on the Road was unnecessary, and so they sort of made a Cars more feature movie instead. But again, that is Pixar and Disney Plus. Just like with Marvel, Pixar has basically been screwed over by Disney Plus. Okay, now in order to get the full experience for Cows and Monsters Inc., you're going to have to watch those TV shows. Whenever they do make the inevitable Monsters Inc. 2 and Cows 4, well, you're going to have to watch the Disney Plus shows first. You're going to have to watch them, okay? Because they'll probably be a part of the canon because it's, Disney, okay? But just like how to make an unnecessary Toy Story 4 and how Lightyear was so unnecessary that it didn't need to exist, Pixar is kind of just being screwed over. It seems that we're now going into Disney's desperate phase. Okay, Disney is not really making much money from anything. The most successful thing they released last year was Avatar. Now, and that is because James Cameron had creative control over that series, not Disney. Okay, James Cameron does have creative control over the Avatar franchise. But the fact that they basically sabotaged Pixar and they basically destroyed Marvel by basically forcing you, if you want to understand the newest Marvel movies, by watching Disney Plus, by subscribing to Disney Plus to watch the Marvel shows, was not many people did. So not many people were going to like the new Marvel movies because not many people subscribed to watch these Disney Plus shows. And it's going to be the same case because, and let's not forget the next, if we haven't gotten to the next one, Up. I have not watched the movie Up, but basically, in time for Valentine's Day, they're making a, Up sequel on, of course, Disney Plus. Do we really need it? And yeah, this is what means it's the second thing they made with Up as well. Okay. And the whole point of the movie Up was the fact that the guy missed his wife. That his wife is no longer around. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, we already talked about the Proud Family. I almost said Proud Boys again. Sorry. That's something different. But yeah. Pixar's new Up short film basically just ruining the whole point of that movie. Okay? The fact that he's basically retired and he misses his wife. Okay? The whole, he wouldn't do it. He loved that woman, man. It ruins the whole, Disney Plus is ruining the whole point of the movie. Okay? Same thing with Monsters Inc. They're ruining the whole point of that movie. They're basically just releasing this just to release it. Okay? Ruining Pixar once again. Because that's all Disney Plus has been doing ever since it has come around. So yeah, just like with Marvel, Disney Plus has basically ruined the continuity of your favorite Pixar franchises as well. So yeah, that's brings us this video here. Goodbye.